Hello, one and all of you GBA type fans. I am OSpastic one, and here we are with a very special Around the Rhyhorn. Now, before we begin, I do want to apologize. We didn't have an episode last week because schedules are a thing, and they suck. But this week, we have a very special lineup for you. We have myself, Spastic. We also have Robben returning to Around the Rhyhorn.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Rob here.
We also have Berk, who decided to come back for Around the Rhyhorn.
Sup?
And our guest coach this week is Chimpact.
What up, everybody?
Everybody's come back for yet another episode of Around the Rhyhorn. I don't know how I managed to convince everyone to do it, but hey, we'll go with it.
I was paid.
I will get you your 35 cents when the recording is over.
Well, I was said that you said $35.
Yeah, I heard $35 too.
Anyway, so you guys are killing me, Smalls. The topic this week is preparation. Now we're going to be talking about two different kinds of preparation. But the first type of preparation we're going to be talking about is prepping for a draft. Now, each of us here today has done draft before. We all have league experience. Not all of us are GBA coaches, though. We are not all gods. So, I believe we will start with the god among us, Chimpact. When you're prepping for a draft, what do you typically do?
Well, when I was going into this draft, I obviously picked Torn first. So it was just a great regen Pokemon. But I wanted to use Healing Wish and Memento because they're things that are typically your opponent's not going to play around it. So if you have like Healing Wish and you play recklessly with one of your Pokemon, they're going to be like, alright, so this Pokemon is pretty much dead. And it makes your opponent lose a lot of morale. And they might, first of all, play on tilt. And second of all, it's just, they could make a misplay and sack one of their Pokemon that handled that Pokemon that you're about to Healing Wish because it's so low. And Memento is good as well because there's so much setup in the GBA and you can set up on so many different Pokemon, knowing your opponent's team. So Memento is also something that I wanted to look for, and I got Celebi and Kofag as my Healing Wish and Memento users.
It's vital to shut down your opponents trying to set up. But Robben, what do you like to do when you're prepping for a draft?
When I prep for a draft, I've done quite a few drafts, and now I pretty much just go by the book. I get my hazards, I get my hazard removal, I get a solid wall core, and then I try to get a wall breaker, and lots of priority is always nice. Just giving myself a lot of options to be really versatile, and just make sure my mons work well together. I like to get, I know a lot of people don't think it's as important now, but I do like to get a Fire Water Grass core and a Steel Fairy Dragon core as well if I can. But I won't put it on like the top of my priority list. But yeah, those are kind of the things I look for during a draft.
And kind of fill it in as the draft progresses because, Snipe City is real.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Oh god, all the snipes. Berk, what do you like to do?
So, first thing I do is I look for any broken shit. If there's any broken shit, you grab that. Alright? Lars, talking about you. But, when I look to draft, I've been in, I think, 6 drafts. And I've used a lot, but there's still stuff I haven't used. So I first look at, what do I want to use? What's a mon, 2 mons, a mega that I haven't used before that I really want to use? And I generally build a team around that. And then like Robin, I grab some hazard removal, some hazard options. I try to build a more offensive team because that's my playstyle. It went from a bulky balance kind of draft, my first draft, and now it's like hyper offense and then like 2 walls. Because offense is fun, walls suck, and you should draft all wall breakers because that's a fun draft. So I don't tend to build like conventional drafts like with really solid Fire Water Grass cores and really solid Dragon Steel Fairy cores. because I like to plan a more unconventional, kind of more fun team to use. And so that's how I prepare for drafts. And I make like tons of draft plans because I'm crazy and stuff.
And then you watch them all get shot to hell.
Actually, no. This last draft I was in, I got sniped for my last round pick, and that was it. So, again, unconventional means you don't get sniped much, and it's really nice.
You have a point there. Me personally, I used to be a lot more of an offensive player, but lately, after doing about 5 or 6 drafts, what I start to do, I start with building my defenses. Like this last draft, I started with Mega Venusaur, Slowbro, and Umbreon. Because there are a lot more offensive mons that I'm comfortable with than I am with defensive. So I find the defensive mons that I really know how to use. I draft them first, then I go for my offenses, because I can run with a whole lot of different ones. And my draft style has kind of developed opposite of yours, Berk. I used to be just straight hyper offense. Now I'm developed more into a bulky offensive player with some wall breakers, with some walls, because, you know, walls suck, especially for your opponents, and that's my logic, and that is what I'm sticking to.
No, walls just suck in general.
You suck.
Oh.
But, so, what is the typical setup that you like to go with? Chimpact, we'll start with you again. When you're prepping for matches, what do you like to start with? Like, what's your planning style?
I'm going first?
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Alright, so actually, of course, it depends on the team, but if their team is heavily defogger line, I like to hazard stack, because typically when they're using defoggers, most defoggers are flying types. So when they're so weak to common attacking moves, I usually grab an electric, so defogging is not going to be that effective against me unless it's Lottie, in which case Lotties are pursuit trappable, which a lot of Pokemon do get pursued, so hazard stack is really good most of the time. Going offensive for the most part is better than being defensive, because of the fact that when you're playing defensive, you're using less attacks, of course, and that means your opponent's using more attacks, and statistically speaking, the more times your opponent hits you, the more likely they're going to get a crit than you are. So you just want to maximize your opportunities to not get axed. So I like to just go more offensive.
The hacks. Some coaches rely on it, others curse the very name of the hacks. But Robben, what do you like to do when you're prepping for a match?
So I'll see if my opponent has a certain play style, if they like to play offensively or just stall or whatnot, and I'll sometimes prep for that if I can. If they like to mix it up a lot, I'll prep for the team and see if I have walls to check their offense. And if not, if I don't have a really great matchup, I'll try to engineer some cool sets and see which one of my mons can have the best matchup against them. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
And what about you, Berk? What do you do when you're prepping for a match?
It depends. If in drafting I drafted the broken shit, then I bring the broken shit and you win. It just 100% of the time. That's how it works. You bring Uber's stuff and you win. What happens is, in my last season of my league, I had Thundersarian. And so I wanted to use Thundersarian, and I brought it to every single match, and I said, what can Thundersarian do? What can I make a set for this thing to work? And that's how I would sometimes plan. Or what I'll do is I'll try to find some win condition that can either set up or just switch in, and my opponent has no switch-ins for. And I will build an entire team around that, and maybe put in another side win condition in case I make a setup sweeper to finish the game, it doesn't actually clean up, and then I've got something else in the back just to make sure that I can still win the game. But yeah, so I definitely look at my opponent's team and see, like, well, what can I bring that can actually be my win condition. Granted, that's different when going into the battle, because then win conditions can change. You can look at the opponent's team and be like, well, this thing that I planned to actually win is never going to win me the game, so actually this other thing can. So
Oh look,
I try.
Oh look, my opponent also got some broken shit. How do I do that?
Listen, the axe speed's not that broken. You heard it here first.
I beg your...
What
what smoke are you cracking?
The best kind.
May I have some?
If I get paid the $35, I was promised.
Fine. So now we'll go into the lightning round, and we will see the return of the coverage quiz. Now, Robin, you remember this.
Oh no.
This is going to be so much fun. Don't worry, I made just as much a fool of myself as anyone.
Listen, if people didn't think I said stupid things to the power rankings already, they're gonna know I'm dumb.
I mean, that, we'll all be stupid right there with you, so... Alright. So... Robin, we'll start with you.
Oh jeez. Okay.
You will have the first 5.
Give me the easy ones.
How about no? How about you take what I give you and you like it? How about that?
Oh god.
Oh.
Alright.
Alright, so here we go. Does Absol get flying coverage?
Does Absol get flying coverage? HP flying.
Ah, jeez. Okay,
I
forgot to
never heard
mention.
any rules.
I forgot to mention the rules. Hidden power is not a viable answer. Neither is fling.
There
Shit.
it is.
Oops. Well, I just ruined everybody else's day.
It probably doesn't, right? Air,
Ding, ding, ding!
except it gets air punch. So
Punches. It's a
sounds like
dog
a yes to
thing.
me.
How about that water punch there, Robin? That was fun.
I nailed that one last time. Infinite gets water punch.
Well, does Weavile get ground coverage?
Does Weavile get ground coverage? No.
natural gift. Does that count?
Natural gift, no.
Does it get dig?
It does get dig.
Oh, nailed it.
And mud slap.
Nobody's using dig or mud slap.
Yeah.
Power herb dig.
No.
Come
Good
on,
point.
man.
Exploit
It's a
those 4
legitimate
times
strategy.
weaknesses.
Hey, it doesn't have to be a legitimate move. It just has to be a coverage move.
All right. I'm
Not
not
saying,
here.
why
not
would you
saying
ever
you should
run
bring it to your
natural-
next match.
Why would you ever run natural gift ground berry when you can run power herb dig?
Yeah.
Against
much
that
better.
heat train.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Heatran. Alright, Robin. Does Landorus get water coverage?
Does Landorus get water coverage? I don't think it does. No.
You're right, it doesn't. Does... Crap baskets. Where is it? Does Cryogonal get poison coverage?
Cryogonal. The one time I've ever used it. Doesn't it get like poison jab or like acid armor or something?
It does get poison jab.
It's toxic. I know that.
Well, yeah, true. But everything else gets toxic. We're looking for attacking moves. I really need to do a better job of clarifying these things at the beginning. And your final question. You're almost done. Does Torterra get dragon coverage?
Does Torterra get that unstab dragon coverage? It probably gets outraged like every other mon.
Yeah, it does get outraged. So many mods get outraged.
Oh shit, it does?
Yeah,
Yep.
every starter gets outraged.
You've got a pissed off island turtle heading your way, just surrounded in draconic energy. It's just looking to run over your face.
I never noticed that.
Maybe not every
Superior
starter, but
gets
most
out.
starters get outraged.
Yeah.
I think all grass starters get it, maybe.
Mega Venusaur outrage. Swords
Yes.
outrage. Always a great set.
Pedal dance is fun too if you want to get cheeky.
No, it's not fun. It's never fun.
Well, who asked you? Alright, we'll go Chimpact.
Alright.
Senior Chimpact.
Saving the best for last. Alright.
Saving the best for last.
Yeah, we all just want to laugh at you. But,
I'm used to it.
Chimpact. Does Magmortar get ghost coverage?
No.
No, it does not. Does Nidoking get dark coverage?
Yeah, Sucker Punch.
Yep, Sucker Punch, Thief, and Beat Up. Does Azumarill get electric coverage?
No.
Nope, sure doesn't. Does Leafeon get bug coverage?
Next Scissor.
Yep, and Fury Cutter. And lastly, does Arcanine get steel coverage?
Iron Tail?
Yep, and Ironhead.
Alright.
Well, look at that. The
Alright,
coaches.
to be fair, those were pretty easy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I really wanted to set Berk up, but you know that's just how it goes.
Oh.
Of course, just a setup. Easy.
Berk, does Leafeon get grass coverage?
I think it might get absorb.
Alright, Berk. You got his first
I think you might. Nah. All right, Berk. Here we go.
Oh no. I'm scared.
You
I'm scared for you.
He's gonna
All
give
right.
me like he's gonna give me the hard ones. Alright. Let's do this.
Does Delphox get dark coverage?
No.
It gets Thief and Foul Play.
Who the fuck uses foul play Delphox? Alright.
Thief, you throw away the item, you thief it. It's Magician.
But it had
Magician
yeah,
and Thief.
Like, come on. Like, maybe you want to use Blaze. Get out of here. 420.
All right. Does Chansey get ground coverage?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Wait,
What
hold on.
moves
You
does
can't
it
just
get?
say yes and not give the move.
What moves does
that
it
was
get,
it.
Berk?
Dig?
Earthquake?
Mud Bomb and Mud Slap.
Does he get Earthquake?
No, it does not.
Whatever. I'm counting that as a win in my book.
Alright.
I said
Showdown's
yes.
lying to
That's a
me
loss.
then.
That's an L. Alright.
It says
Alright,
it gets Earthquake
I'm
to
taking
me.
over, Berk. Does Cryogonal learn steel coverage?
I don't know.
Flash Cannon.
Yes?
Get out of here.
Yep.
Alright, fine. Alright,
He's
Chip's
giving
better
you
than
the
me.
easy
Bring
one.
bring on the next question.
All right. Does Garbodor get ghost coverage?
No.
You're right.
Nice one. Keep it up.
I just want to
I like
confirm
where
that
this is
Chansey
going.
does
Got the
learn
momentum.
Earthquake.
Does
It does.
rip. All right. Does Machamp get dragon coverage?
I want to say it gets dual chop. I really
It does.
do. I mean,
Yeah.
It
too.
does. I want to say you're
does.
right.
Because it's got all those arms. It can easily dual chop
Blazer
things.
can learn dual child. Like, come on.
Machamp at that point is just quad chop. Just catch all these hands.
Wait, you said it does, like you weren't sure. Does it get dual child?
It does.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good.
He said it with just enough confidence that.
No, I was talking to you.
Oh, me? Ah!
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the one with the sheet in front of me. I got this.
I don't believe you.
I will provide documented evidence.
Also
And
gets
fu-
HP Dragon.
I mean, that is the best non-stab dragon coverage.
You're right. Yes, it does. Good job. Gold
Spastic,
star.
get a better game. I'm too good at this one.
Yeah, but in
Robben,
order to use
get off
Power
my
Dragon,
game.
you gotta lose 1 attack IV. Is it worth it?
Yes.
Totally
to you.
worth it.
No, not worth it, man.
I mean, you're still dynamic punching everything to Kingdom Come and back, so yeah.
Never worth it.
All right. What's that? What's that? Fourth question? I don't even know what we're on.
The fifth one, the fifth and final. Does Swampert get water coverage?
No.
I think
You're
you got
right.
that one wrong.
Yes.
Bro, I
okay,
gave
I'm right. I'm right.
Oh my god, I gave you the easiest.
Was I right?
Berk, you let me down.
Berk, you're always
Damn it.
right.
That's true. That's
Yes,
true. He's got a
You're
point.
right. Swampert does not get a single. It does not even get water gun. That is how useless of a water starter it is.
Whoa, Swampert's a water type?
It's a ground type.
Yeah, I knew it was ground type, but
Yeah,
water
just
type?
Yeah, it's just a pure ground type. We'll go with that. Actually, I think it might be fairy ground, but you know.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Hey, maybe we'll see something for Gen 7, given all the crazy combinations they're coming out with.
But you just said Swampert was a fairy ground type, so that's not Gen 7.
Delta species.
So I got 4 out of 5 right. Alright, so I messed up the first one, but, you know.
You made a
Got
good
those
You
other
one.
can
four.
get Kroggen alright. Get out of here.
Yeah, to be
I'm
fair.
not. I don't count your questions.
You got about 3 out of 7 right.
Dang.
I mean, you know, that's still
Not even half.
You won't
That's
make
not
it to
an
the
epic
major,
fail.
You won't make it to the major leagues with that attitude, Berk.
Berk, you won't.
He's right. I gotta start having a better attitude about this. Alright. 3 out of 7. We can do better next time.
I like this.
Still-
I like where this is going. Keep it
but-
up.
Still doing good. Still doing good.
you're still getting better, Berk. That's all you got to do is just
Berk,
keep
as
getting
long
better.
as you have a positive attitude, you can go.
I always have a positive attitude.
Yes, because positive attitude is 99%, and the other 1% is just get good. That's all it is.
Get good.
But I'll never get good, so I gotta stick with the positive attitude.
Stick with that 99% positivity. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, all of you, for joining me on Around the Rhyhorn this week. And thank all of you, lovely GBA fans, for making this possible. Hopefully, we'll see you next week, and we will continue to see you throughout the rest of this